Welcome
Hey,
to Chatteroo Podcast. I'm Ale, and we have Stacy. Stacy is
hello.
being festive. I have something in my eye. I'm really sorry if you're watching on YouTube. Welcome. If you're listening on audio, that's what happened. There's something in my eye, and now it's getting a little red. So you're welcome, everybody. Stacy's
Yay.
out here looking cute. She's ready. She's gonna go see her family. So that's why she's
Yeah.
looking
As
fresh.
soon as we're done recording, I'm running out of here.
Mm.
So
So it's
I
it's for you
gotta be
people, for the
festive.
people. She did it for the people.
Oh yeah,
Here
yeah. It's
first.
for the people, totally.
Okay, so
Of
we're gonna
course.
hop into it. So we're gonna have hour-long podcast next year.
But
I'm that person. Like when I was at work, I'm like, see you next year, see you next year to people, and they're like, oh my God. I'm like, that's
actually
right.
did that with one of my coworkers. And
Yeah, it's
it's
like,
funny because her name is the same as mine.
yeah,
So she's
yeah.
just like, see you next year. I was like, oh,
Stacy, yeah.
next year.
That's hilarious. Okay. Okay, so let's jump into it. So I have a little prompt here just so we could keep it easy
Yay.
peasy. So February 2023. So we're gonna talk a little bit about our top threes, low threes. But to start
Makes
off,
me nervous.
I know. I'm like, to start off, we'll go easy peasy. Any resolutions you have for the upcoming year? I know that's always like a topic. Everyone's like, yeah, but
Mhm. New year, new me, right?
mm-hmm,
I did lot of traveling this year, so I do want
mm-hmm,
to keep that going. Maybe I don't think it's going to be as much traveling, but I do want to travel still next year.
mm-hmm.
Some other goals would just be maybe in my career, maybe I'll finally find the motivation to take that next step.
Ooh. Mm-hmm.
There I'm not sure yet, but that for sure. And I don't know what else. Maybe some more outdoor activities that I'd like to do.
That's good.
But
You can always
yeah.
try you know how I had gone to the getaway thing, sponsor us
Oh yeah.
getaway. Thank you very much. You guys are cool. But so that one they have one in Texas too. So maybe you guys can
That's a good idea.
and they have doggo stuff
Yeah.
too. Like they give treats for the dog,
Mm,
so it's a little plus.
excellent.
Okay. So I think for me, resolutions would be not panic a lot because like I tend to panic a lot about things. So it's kind of just go with the flow, but also be intentional about the things that I want to do and achieve. So far I've been doing pretty good, I'd say, with that, like a lot better. But yeah, just I mean, I still like I try to do where well, because of work now, it's well over 30 minutes each day of like working out, quote quote, because I'm literally just
Mm,
walking for like hours on end. But I would like to still continue that where it's like at least 30 minutes of intentional like either running or weightlifting or on Peloton, something. So I think
mhm.
that would be another one, at least for me. But let me see what else. The gym. Oh yeah. The, okay. Back to the vulnerability sector then. So this one it's a little palate cleanser. So what are three favorite songs that you had in the year?
Oh,
Yeah.
three favorite songs. Okay,
No, I have to
so
look now at mine too. Uh-huh.
there's one that has been my favorite for like maybe the
Mm-hmm.
last 2 years, and it's called "To Binge" by the Gorillas. Oh my
Mm-hmm.
God, that song
Really?
gets me every time.
I
Yeah,
have to hear
it's
that.
it's
I
a
don't.
great song. Um, it's about it's basically a story about how like they're trying to make it work and then they don't
Mm-hmm.
make it work, and then they get together, but you can tell that they're not happy. And the guy's like, "But I love you so much," and the girl's like, "I just can't do it anymore." And so then
Dang.
they go their own way. But in the end, like it's still the love there. It's really cute. I love that song,
Of course,
and
you're
has a good
romantic.
melody. I know. And then there's Spinning the Truth Around by Blue October. So
Uh-huh.
IT guy likes to talk about that band a lot. And
I've
so
never
I
heard of them. Like, I mean, I've heard of gorillas, but I'm like, who the flying toadstools is this one? What is it?
Blue
Blue what?
October, it's Hate
Blue
Me Today.
October?
Yeah. Do you know that song? Hate me today. Am I gonna get canceled for
No, no,
that?
no.
Are they
I think
gonna
we're
come
good. I
slap
think we're
me?
good. They're gonna be like, "Hey, you can't upload it because of copyright strikes things."
I'd be like, I'm
But I mean,
sorry.
like, Blue October is
Sorry,
coming for
guys.
us, really? No, so Blue
Damn you.
October, and what is that
Yeah.
one?
That one, it's the on I guess it's like the same concept, but it's like they're bouncing off. They're not really saying the truth, even though the truth is in the air. It's also like a
You
breakup
like
song.
all the hard.
I'm
I
a
know
little
you've been.
emo.
Oh, yeah. What about
Okay,
the last one?
The last one, oh my God. Now I'm like, do I want to make it a
Do
breakup?
it, do it,
It's not a
commit,
breakup song.
commit,
It's
commit.
actually a love song. It's and okay, so I don't really listen to Spanish music anymore. Like that was back in middle school.
Ooh.
I know, I'm bad, Stacy. But
Betsy.
Bad Bunny got to me. I hate myself
Really?
for it, but he
Which
did, yeah.
one?
Ojitos Lindos.
I've
I
never heard that.
love that song. It's so cute. And in the video, there's a beagle, and like he's talking like little beagle eyes, and beagle
Stacy
eyes
and
are
the
so
Beagles.
cute.
Any
I
Beagle
know.
sponsors, welcome. Stacy will
I
take
got
all the
to.
pictures. She will. Come on.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay, so those are
Um,
yours. Nerd,
so those are my top three. Yeah. I think those are
nerd.
the only ones that come to my head. I'm like, I know there's a
I have
different
to
one,
look
but I
mine up.
can't.
Well, let me see, because I'm trying to see for me. I'm like, there's so many, but
Yours are
hmm.
very like cheerful, huh?
No, they're not. They're
No.
like it depends. Like the top, this is like off the cuff, like what was on for the like for Spotify. God bless Spotify. So it's
Oh,
Cornfield Chase, the wrap up.
the countdown. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm looking at
So
mine up too.
I
I'm
know
like, oh.
I'm like Cornfield Chase. That one's from in what well, hold on, let me see, what is this one? I haven't even watched the movie because everyone's like, you're gonna literally cry. You're gonna
For
it's
which
so depressed.
movie?
Interstellar.
No, I
I
haven't seen
haven't
that one
seen it.
either.
I haven't had the courage to see it, but the music, Hans Zimmer is just across the board incredible. The Holiday, like he's just chef kiss. Okay, like I like
Mhm.
instrumentals that make me feel and evoke the feelings and
Oh
just get
yeah.
it out of me. So I would say Cornfield Chase. That's one of them. Turn to Stone by Electric Light Orchestra. Like that song, yeah, because that
Yeah,
song
I
I've had high,
remember that
real
one.
real highs, real lows with that song. Like I've been sobbing to it, like not recently, but I've throughout this year there's been moments where it's like I've been at my lowest and then I was listening to that, then I was at my highest and I was listening to that, and then I was just like neutral and I was listening to that. So it was really weird. Remember I told you I did that weird experiment where I was just like subconsciously I was just like I've listened to that song in different emotional stages, and it's kind of interesting. But yeah, that we can get into another time. But so for sure it would be that Electrolyte Orchestra, Chef Kiss, Turn a Stone. Also, I like Paint the Town Red. So that one's Doja
Oh,
Cat,
that's
and that one's
Doja
really
Cat.
good.
Yeah,
Yeah, I like that one. I was like, okay.
I'm feeling
So
it. I'm feeling
yeah,
it.
I like that one. And then of
I
course I
just
have like
checked my
others.
wrapped up,
Uh-huh.
and none of the songs that I said were on there. But I know those are like my favorite
But
songs
but
right
you
now.
love them, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, of
yeah.
course. Okay, let me
I
see.
do have Foo Fighters, and I do have Gorillaz on there. I do. Ugh,
Gorillas is
Foo
bomb.
Fighters. Yeah,
Really? That's your favorite?
yeah.
I'd say for me it's Red Hot Chili Peppers.
So
But
yeah,
then
actually, they're my top artists. Gorillaz is
yeah.
number three, and
Uh-huh.
then Foo Fighters was number five.
Hey,
But
you're just like, I have
yeah,
a little rock and roll heart. Thank you, guys. Okay,
yeah.
so now we got those. Now we're gonna go three, the like lowest lows. You
I don't think
can
I'm
you
emotionally
can
ready for that.
condense it. I'm gonna condense mine and just here I'll go first. So then
Yeah, okay, thank you. Because I'm like, I need
it
to.
takes the edge off. So for me, I would say one of the lowest lows, without a shadow of a doubt, was a relationship that was about 6.5 years that ended. So that was sad and it was necessary, but also sad because it's still a long time that you're with somebody. But yeah, I would say just off the cuff, that one was bad. But I would also say it's a positive too. If you we'll get to that. Another lowest is, I had a family member pass, so that's never good. But you take the good with the bad. So even when people go, it's still I try to at least be still grateful of those who still remain, like my family members and myself and like my dog and like my friends and like things like that. So, but that was pretty low. Also being miserable at a job that I was at, and I was like, in theory, I should be content because I have what I want. It was like exactly the hours I wanted, exactly the pay that I wanted at the time, but no, that was a low, just dipping on that, like blind bandit out. Everyone's like, you're ballsy because you're doing that, and I'm like, oh well, like, I mean, it's scary, but that is
It
one
is,
thing
but
about me. I'm not really tied, like I don't want to stay in Sadsville. So I'm actually proud of you that you're considering making a change because I've been telling you for a long time to freaking make a
Yeah.
change.
Not with the company. I just want to
But
maybe
like
move
a
up.
different maybe
Yeah.
position.
I
Yeah, which
think
you should.
ugh, it's scary, but I mean,
Why not?
I need the
just just
give me the money.
give
If we get the sponsorships, I won't need it.
yeah. Hey, listen, guys, listen. Please give us a thumbs up wherever you're listening to us. Officially Spotify, but also if you're listening anywhere else or on YouTube, please be sure to
Mhm.
give us a thumbs up and subscribe. I'm posting this on Allie O'Malley, but I always put it on the bottom. Just look down below, and follow our page, please, because that way it
Hooray.
goes directly to us and it helps us out.
Mhm.
Okay, so would you like to say your three biggest lows, or you want me to go lows and highs?
I'll do the loads. So
Okay.
same. I came out of a 10-year relationship.
Mm-hmm.
I was engaged and it just it's low, it's sad, and I've taken time to process it and it was very necessary. As heartbreaking as it is, just sometimes
Mm-hmm.
things don't work out and it's just as simple as that.
Mm-hmm.
Um that's that one. And then the second one, I almost died in
Mm-hmm. I remember
March.
that.
Yeah. I was in a boat catastrophe in Los
Yeah, like
Cabos.
crashed.
So
There was
yeah.
there was articles about it too. That was like,
That's what I was gonna say. Like it was that crazy that they actually had an article about us. There's videos too online if you guys look it up. But it was oh god, I already forgot the company name. It was like King
it
something,
was
King
something.
Los
Yeah.
Cabos.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I need to like block it out because if not, I just. But I
I
still
know that
get
one was gnarly.
PTSD from like. So if you're at a restaurant and then you're like sitting close to the kitchen, you hear like the clanging of the
Mm-hmm.
pans. Yeah, I like anytime I hear that, I get the like I get the
No
I have to take a
anxiety.
moment, take deep breaths. Yeah, it's crazy, and it just it's crazy. And then I'll think about like, oh, if I want to go on a boat ride, no, I won't do it anymore. But that's a story
Wow.
for another day.
Yeah,
We can do
that
like a
one's
topic of
gnarly.
crazy
But
moments in
she
our
was,
life or
yeah.
something.
But
But
thankfully
yes,
they all
I
got out of
almost
it.
died.
But it was how many hours? It
Yes,
was a while
12.
too.
We were on the boat from 5 p.m., excuse me, till 5 a.m. And it was supposed to end at 7 p.m. And we were there for 12 hours. And it was awful.
Terrible.
But I'm glad we made it alive. And then
Well,
the
yeah,
third one, honestly, I can't think of a third one
that's
right
fine.
now.
Hmm.
Yeah. I think, yeah, I
Maybe
can't really think of one.
leaving your old house for the new one, but it's like
Yeah.
a double-edged win, I guess. Because it was
Yeah.
like all the
It's
memories there, and
I
then
was
now you're
thinking
new.
about that, like the things that I have
Mm-hmm.
to do to the house that were like, oh, but
Mm-hmm.
either way, like at the end of the day, I'm still happy for what I'm doing because I have a house,
Mm-hmm.
So I'm
Yeah,
not
dude.
looking at it as a low. I'm looking at it
That,
as
that
a
that's a
moving up.
positive. Yeah. Hey, yeah,
Exactly.
you can
Hmm.
dovetail with that one. That's for sure. I think a high.
Yeah, I think so.
And then
But those are
what
probably
else
my
has?
only low. I can't think of any other low one right now.
Okay, think of highs. Think of highs.
The drugs. I'm just kidding. Um, I'm in Texas.
So,
It's not legal
somebody
here in
please
Florida.
listen. Guys, Stacy needs to go out more. See, that's what happens if she
I
doesn't travel. She's been saying random things, very random shenanigans. What are your highs? Drugs.
drugs.
Fucking
Pretending I'm not here.
I'm not, I am not here. You don't see me now.
You don't see me.
You're
I don't see
dumb.
you. No,
Okay,
the
continue.
high is buying a house. That is my
Mhm.
number one high. Good God. Like I'm so proud of myself for doing it. I'm
Dude.
happy. I'm honestly it did take a lot, but I'm here. And now I'm stuck. But I'm happy.
Now I'm stuck with these mortgage rates. But
Mhm.
it's still good.
Yay.
Honestly, it's her house is beautiful.
Mhm.
And for the price point, it's akin to what I'm renting here in LA. So baby,
Mhm.
10 out of
But
10.
hopefully the mortgage rates do come down, and then if that happens, then you can refinance and then get a better mortgage rate. So it's just all about the market and blah blah
I
blah, all
had,
that fun
yeah,
stuff.
with that. Sorry,
Hmm.
let me pick up Lady Bell. Come on.
Uh-oh, Miss Ladybell.
She wanted to
Aw,
come by and
look
say
at
hi
her,
to everyone. There you go.
little
Say
Ladybell
hello. Say hello.
in her little sweater. How cute!
She must be cozy. Okay, so that's another high. And then was gonna say there's probably other highs, but did you
But
get
we can't
B
talk
this
about
past
those.
year? Was
So I
B?
got B last year. I've had her for a year now. B is
Mm-hmm,
the little one that I said hi, or that said hi
mm-hmm,
last time. We've had her, I've had her. Ooh, I've had her for a
mm-hmm.
year. Um, so I guess I mean she kind of counts, right? Because I wasn't going to keep her actually. I
Mm-hmm.
was only supposed to keep two dogs, but I ended up falling in love with her so much that I
She
was like,
caved.
hey, I want the third
She
dog.
caved. She's so
Yeah, I
cute.
did.
Like a
She is very
babe.
cute. And she's not a handful. Like she loves to play, but that's it. Other than that, like she doesn't destroy stuff anymore. She's out of that puppy stage. So you know what? That's another high. She's out of the puppy stage. I'll
Yeah.
take
Oh
that.
yeah. Because we know people that were saying the puppy
Oh,
stage is nothing.
I laugh in
Mm-hmm.
their face. If you think that the puppy stage
LOL.
is nothing, okay.
Yeah, it's pretty gnarly. I remember
Welcome to
Ladybell
the real world.
exploding on my bed and it just and oh Ladybell. Oh well, you're lucky you're
Well,
cute.
she's perfect.
She's
She's perfect, I
Stacy
say.
is biased. Stacy's like if Ladybell
She
ever
can do
commits a
no wrong.
murder, yeah, if Ladybell like burns down a bridge, commits a murder, Stacy's like they had it coming. Well, I don't
You know,
know.
there must have been a reason.
Because she could never. Damn
She
it,
would
Stacey.
never.
Okay, so then there was those two highs, so no third high.
A third high. Oh, you know what? I do have one.
Okay.
I finished paying my car off in
That is a
December.
freaking
So,
high, dude.
woo-hoo, yes, I am officially done with car
A
payments. So
car
those are my three
owner.
right there.
That's
Yes.
crazy. Hey, that's been pretty good then.
Yep.
You're like,
It's coming together finally.
I know. I'm like, what would be mine? So I think for sure one of the highs is just being like completely independent, paying my own things, and just
Oh
like
my God.
wings are which is it's scary, but it's been good, and they said it couldn't be done, and it
And
was
look at you
done,
now.
and it was done. Um,
Exactly.
no one really said that. I'm just being a dork, but yeah, it's that is for sure really high for me. Another one is I would still say having the ambition for my brand and
Mm,
all my creative ventures.
yeah.
I would still say that even though it's like barely bearing fruits, but it's still showing me that it's like it's the not giving up is actually worth it. So yeah, and then getting like collaborations with nail people and other people, like I think that's pretty great too. It's like baby steps, but honestly, to me, those are wins.
You know
So
what? That is a win right there. And they
mhm.
noticed you too. They sought
Yeah,
you out. Like,
that's
that's
true.
amazing.
Yeah, I didn't reach them out. Thanks, guys. Shout out. Woo.
Hmm.
Also, follow me on TikTok because apparently, TikTok's been a thing,
That's
but
another win for you right there. That was a lot of views, dude.
in
It's
like a
blowing
few
up.
minutes, yeah, it was pretty crazy. So
Yes.
I may put more nail stuff on there just because it's for funsies, but also I'll put in like podcast stuff and like we'll see. Like I'm trying to figure out like how I'm gonna rebrand everything, but
Hmm.
at the end of the day, it still will be me, so it'll be a positive. Let's see what other high was it? Mm,
It's been a long year. I should have
it's
gone
been
through
a
like
really long
pictures or
year.
something.
No, well, yeah, I just didn't want to preemptively give you the info. I'm like, so that way there it's more on the off the cuff right now. But I know I'm trying to
Hmm.
think too. Honestly,
Then makes me
just
think, like the Jimmy Neutron where it's like think, and it goes to like a little hole.
no,
that's
I
that's
think
what it is
just
right now.
the thing there's like other highs is just being happy with myself and by myself and well not completely because I saw my family and friends of course and potato, but it's just feeling okay with that, like coming out of such a
Hmm.
long relationship, not as long as yours of course, I tip my hat off to you, but it's still like
Still,
six and a
it's
half years of
still a
your
long
life, yeah.
relationship.
Hmm.
Yeah.
It's still time, and just being able to kind of healthily go through stuff, that's been a win. And also like seeing a therapist and like being open about that and vulnerable and like eager to learn and like just to better myself for
Hmm.
myself has been that has been a win too, because I don't know, it's amazing. I would hear people say yeah, therapy, but truly if you can, it's amazing. I'm still trying to bully Stacy to do that. And if you're
Hmm.
listening to this and you would like to, you don't have to say the whole
Or
thing,
if you've even thought about it, just do it.
yeah. I mean, you
Hmm.
don't have to, because for me, it's like I'll say what I'm comfortable saying. Like there
Hmm.
is no pressure on that. But if it's something you really want to work on, I'm like, hey, why do I do this and that? Or why is this a pattern? Or, then just finding it's like knowing yourself a little bit better helps you overall. So I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's been more self development wins for me. Like, for you, it's like more like home, car, like adult, like things that matter in that regard that are way heavy. But for me, I think it's the emotional side that weighs heavy too.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's pretty
That
cool. So it's
I'm
like
running away from. We can
next
next
year.
year.
I think next year, and then we'll flip. So I'll be like, I'll get a house and I'll do that. And fine. And I want to travel. That I do want to do, but
Mhm.
let's see. So 2024 feels fresh and nice, and it's a nice round number. So it equals out to eight, and eight is one of my lucky numbers. Yeah. So they're saying
Ooh.
up in the stars that it's basically like it's gonna be a karmic year where it's like a karma year, truly, where it's like all the good you've done in the world is going to come back to you, and all the bad that people have done, it's going to come back and bite them in the ass. So that's going to be interesting. But what was that? I don't know. Something fell. I'm like, please, not me.
Uh-oh.
But I know. I'm like,
I don't know if the mic picks it up either, but like dogs are playing in the background over here.
I
Like
think you're
always.
fine. I think you're
Okay, good.
fine. But yeah, so this upcoming year, it's just I don't know. I feel like it's going to be really good, and I'm really excited about it. So I'm like, travel. I want to do that. And just like I said, more sponsorships, more creative things, still continuing the podcast. Maybe it'll get big enough to where we can go to like a convention and like do it live. That would
Oh,
be
yeah.
that'd be fun. So it'd be like free merch for the first 100 people. Um
Yay.
so yeah, so oh, so what we're doing for manifestation like vision boards, I don't know if you
Hmm.
happen to do it yet, but there was this girl on the Instagrams that had suggested, and I'll put her information down below because I don't have it off the top of my head. But she suggested to either go to a coffee shop or go somewhere quiet. I did it in my living room, like it wasn't crazy. So I just cleaned out the whole space, made sure the vibes were right. And then on one piece of paper, you write down everything shitty that happened in 2023, right? So you just like, and at first I was like, why do I want to relive this? But no, it did really good because what it did for me is it kind of like cleansed my palate per se. So I was like, okay, like this is all the crappy things that happened that I'm not happy about, that made me sad, that like, it makes me sad. It makes me sad or whatever the sensation is, fearful, what have you. I felt sad, I felt hurt, whatever, scared. But it cleansed everything because it was on that piece of paper. And then on another page, I did the things that I wanted for 2024. And in return, that made me feel happy, like rejuvenated, calm, like confident. Like, so it really did
Mm.
help. So I did all of that. And then, excuse me, I got really like narrowed down on what are the things that I want. So it's like right now it's like increasing my investments, my money, like different streams of income, still doing
Mm.
creative works, like things that make me happy. And what else? I literally have it on my phone, like my vision board. So it's like,
Oh,
yeah, because it's like I wanted to have it everywhere. So I
it's
have
like,
the same
yeah.
one.
So you don't
Mm-hmm.
forget, you constantly see it. It's a
Yeah. So
reminder.
it's like I
Yeah.
have like heal happy hormones so I can rebalance my hormones because that's been a whole thing.
Hmm.
I have the YouTube plaque. I have another one that's just like a card, but it says like lucky you. So it's like saying like trying to
Hmm.
like trick myself into doing that. I have some cute coupley stuff too, because I'm not questing, but if it happens and it's the right person, then come on, let's go. But at the same time, it's more like bank account or like traveling. I put my
Hustling, right?
family,
That's what it sounds
meditation.
like.
Yeah, no,
Hmm.
it's for the most part, it's all like hustling. I have like one of like painting. I have like fruits and vegetables, like
Oh,
someone
painting.
working out because it's like I just want to focus on that. So I think that's it. It's like simple. It's simple, but it's not. But I think it'll keep me more focused on the game plan, where it's like hustle, make your money, like focus on yourself, like create better connections with other friends, like still remain artistic, still remain like, close to friends here,
Mm. Keep that light
travel.
going.
Mm-hmm. Basically. So
Yeah.
and it really helps. So I really do recommend it for folks that maybe they're like me, where it's like they're all over the place. The ADHD brain is just everywhere. It really does help out and it narrows it out. So you kind of just and your brain will automatically find ways to make that happen. So yeah,
Hmm.
I mean, I don't know. That's been pretty good. I think you should give it a go if you have some time tonight.
I want to.
Um,
I just need the time right now.
Just
That's
do it
what's
like
been
on your
kind of killing
phone
me.
when you get over there and do little, even if it's a list. Like I
I
know
think I
friends
want
that do
to,
this.
yeah, like spend, maybe I'll do that on the first where I can just list
Yeah.
out everything bad that
Hmm.
happened and then
Hmm.
kind of let it go, set
Palette
it on
cleanse.
fire.
Yeah. No, people do that. Like if they need that, do it. Set it on
Hmm.
fire. Why not?
Whatever makes me feel better.
You're like, burn it. What? I said no, but that really helped. And then let me see what else. Category breakdowns. Yes, travel, moving.
Hmm.
I'm like, I don't know about moving yet. We'd have to
Moving
see.
like state, like coming to
You
Texas,
know what? You know what's
like
funny? I was talking about that with Ryan. Like I was like when we were
hmm
working together, and this lady heard, and she was like, "I'm sad overhearing you," because I'm like, my best friend lives in Texas, and she has her house and blah 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 blah. And so she's like, I'm a doctor here, and like I don't make nearly as much to make like and they make good money, I'm sure, but it's like even for them it's tough. Like
hmm
she's like, I really like she's like, I'm sorry to interrupt, but it's like that's making me sad. Like I want to like either move to Texas or my cousin, he just closed or he's closing on a house in North Carolina
hmm
and it's beautiful. And another one of my coworkers, she says she has a house near Danny, like because I showed her because she used to live in Raleigh, the same place. So she's like,
hmm
I used to live there, and she's like, dude, that's on my block. And she's like, what? And the
That's a
fact that
small world right there.
yeah, but the fact that it's like she's got so much money to that degree where she's like, oh, I'm gonna give my house to my nephew. I'm like, give? And then she's like, yeah.
Give.
She's like, she doesn't have any kids. And she's just like, I'm gonna give it to him because it's really hard right now. I'm like, you are very nice, cause
Damn.
but that's how hard it is where or I don't know. I thought about Vegas too,
Hmm.
but the heat, I don't know. Honestly, when Elon Musk
I mean,
finishes the
Texas ain't that
Hyperloop,
great either, but
I
it's
mean,
really
but it's
hot out
also
here.
like the
Not
people,
like
I don't know. I don't
Vegas.
know. And then Eric's out here trying to tell me to go over there too. I'm like, so this is
Hmm.
Stacy's friend. This is Stacy's best
Hmm.
guy friend out there, which like F you, pal. Bully. Bully. But
He's helping me bring
convinced.
Alejandra to
Yeah,
Texas.
they're trying. Honestly, at this
Yes,
point, if it works out with that other job and I'm able to still do my creative stuff because it's remote, obviously. I mean, and I can fly out if they need me to go somewhere. Maybe. But honestly,
it's
I'm
not a
still
no.
but I still am I love New York. So I'm still
I do too, but
unless
it's just pricey. That one is
okay,
so
okay.
pricey.
Unless listen, unless you heard it here first, guys. Unless I it depends what happens with the other position because that position will allow me to move anywhere in the US basically. But if I can do Texas, still keep my California pay, perhaps. And then
Hmm.
if what I still do want to do at one point, which is going to be the most epic vlog, I want to live in New York for at least a month. Like I want to Airbnb,
Ooh, that would be
rent it
pretty
out,
cool.
and just like at least for me, like for my little booklet in of life, to be like, okay, I didn't live there forever, but at least I lived there for a month, and like I absorbed what I could, and like obviously not be a like a trashy tourist, like, but I that's something I would really want to do. That's on my list. That's on my list. I don't know how, but I'll make that happen at some point. But at this point, I am open to Texas because it's getting crazy to own in California. It is very hard. And I love LA, but I think there's too many transplants now, and I'm kind of like annoyed by it because those are the ones that
Hmm.
are usually mean. And I'm like, dude, like, I don't know. Maybe I am just a Californian, but either way, I don't know. I we'll see. I just my main goals is just to be accessible to my family, to see a couple friends. Like I know my other friend, the one that's going to be a doctor, she's moving away too. It depends on what school accepts
Dang.
her. So I'm like,
Hmm.
it seems like everyone's just leaving, but I think what should matter is if we're all able to either fly, that's fine. I don't know. I don't know. It's
Do you
I've
think that
seen
your family would ever want to like move to a different state, or you think they're for sure
they
just
love
California?
LA. Yeah. I think they love
Really?
LA. And especially because it's like the other, they're I don't think so. And for them it makes sense because it's true. California land is always going to be valuable, at least
Hmm.
in this the current this foreseeable future. I don't know. We could get struck by lightning or the whole planet could implode. However, remember guys, we
Weren't you
are a
guys supposed to
floating rock.
break off at some point?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Sorry, guys. So we didn't do that. But California, I mean, just in general, I don't know, we're hated upon. You know what? The California has a lot
Yeah.
of problems too. I will say, like there's a lot of freaking issues. There's the way things are done is not the best, and I will be the first to say that. So yeah, I have my gripes with California. However, I will say my parents have the right idea, and like California land will always have some form of standard because it's attached to Hollywood, I'm assuming. However, um, maybe they can rent it out, because that would be great if
Hmm.
they could get passive income. They could rent it out and then they can buy a house. I don't know where. I don't know. I don't know if they would hit up Florida. My mom doesn't like. I'm telling you, it's like all the Camilo was the one. Our friend, he was the one saying he wants to move to Florida, and I'm like, I don't know. He's in
It depends
Miami.
what part of Florida, but yeah, well,
Said
yeah, that's expensive
Miami.
right there. Miami is
They,
expensive.
really? And he's
Yeah.
like Miami. He said Star Island or something. And I'm like, is that a Super
I don't
Mario
know.
game map? And then he was laughing. He's like, no, he's like, that's where the rich are. It's like Star something, Star Island, Star something. And I'm like, that sounds
Uh-huh.
ridiculous. But that's where he like so see, it depends on the people, but the weather just did not win me over. So Texas, it has
Mhm.
all I am worried because Texas does have a shitty grid system. And Juan and
Yes.
my brother's an architect, so every time he's just like, honey, the grid system. I'm like, but he's like, grid system. And I'm like, Stacy doesn't care. Stacy's like, I'll try my luck. Bye.
Yeah. We
He's
had
like,
what was it? It
no.
was there was that winter Snowmageddon, I think that's what we called it. And like that's when everybody was out of power and like it was awful because there
Do you
just
think you
wasn't
can
enough.
install I think
You
you
can
should
get
install.
generators.
That's what I was gonna say.
Hmm. Yeah, there's a
You
few
never
people.
catch
Actually, one
me
of my
slipping.
coworkers had one. Yeah, and that's how they made it through. Just because they had a generator and they, I guess, plugged in like the heaters and stuff.
Do you see how Stacy's living
Hmm.
her life on the edge, guys? Like, I would
Well, I
never. I would
have
be like,
gas, so I
Stacy.
don't. I don't know how it work. I've never had gas before, like
Oh yeah.
as an appliance
Yeah, yeah,
utility,
yeah.
whatever
Like
it
you had
is.
electric stoves and electric
Yeah.
appliances.
So yeah, so this is the first time I have gas, and so like my fireplace is gas. So if let's say there was like another snowstorm, I'm assuming that it would be easy enough to turn on the fire.
I think so.
You
No,
know, I don't
well, no,
know.
because you no, you would need. I think you would need like wood, like. But outside, you have a big enough backyard. You can have like. Aren't you going to build a
True.
little thingamajigger, like a
I
little?
do. I need to
What is it
work
called?
on the
Gondola?
patio.
Gondola?
No,
That it?
uh gazebo.
Gazebo. Okay, there it is.
Yes. At some point, yes. But right now I just need like a patio cover. And
Yeah.
then from there I'll add stuff to it. But that's later in the list. Right now I have to focus on inside the house and then I
Mm.
go outside.
Yeah, she just fixed
So
like something. Like it's all like adult stuff. She's like, I'll just fix
a
this, and it was a
furnace. I just got a
million
new furnace.
dollars. I'm like,
Well, not $1 million. I'm not rich,
but
guys. I'm not rich.
one day, okay. Well, you know what? We're manifesting. Next year,
Yes.
she's gonna do that, and
All
then
the
it's gonna be
money. Give
increase,
it to me.
and then we're gonna go travel.
Oh yeah. And to New York. Live for
I
a month. That would
honestly,
be
it was.
awesome.
Remember when we went? Okay, so when we went, we didn't. We were just like we wanted to go during Christmas time, so we go, and it happens to be Mundial, like the freaking
Yes,
soccer.
the World Cup.
Yeah, so yeah, the World Cup,
Mm-hmm.
and so we literally were like at this bar, and I remember looking at Stacey, I'm like, this is so cool. Because we were literally, and everyone's cheering, and they're like, "Go France, go Argentina!" And the Argentina one, and then like all Times Square was just all Argentinians, and we're like,
Mm-hmm.
it was crazy. It was fun. Like the bagels, A1. Pizza, A1. Me, I'm just standing there eating A1. Stacy was like chalking up, like laughing with the folks from Cat's Deli. Like they were like bantering. I'm
Oh
like, look
my
at Stacy.
gosh.
She's like out
I
here
love
just
that place.
bantering
Mm-hmm.
with the freaking guy.
And
It
I
was
don't
really
like
cool.
people. I'm very
No, she was
quiet.
yeah, but she was like bantering. I'm like, look at her. I'm like, okay, New York, you're pulling this out of Stacy.
I
Wow,
love New York. New York was awesome.
it was
It
great.
in another life I would have loved to live there. It's
Maybe
very
in
interesting.
this life. I don't know. Maybe my sweetheart's in New York, Stacey. You never know. And then I could
Mm-hmm.
be like, hey, let's go. Well, I don't you know what? Let's not even get there. Because then that would be chaotic if it's like I live in Texas. He lives in New York. B. You know what? I don't know. As long as
You
they're
never
my
know.
list of I just wrote down all the things that I want in a partner. And I just like wrote it down, set it and forget it, truly. And I'm like, cuando
Mhm.
venga, yeah. But for now, we enjoy the
In
end of the
God's
year.
hands. Yes.
And I love you. Thank you
I
very
love you
much for
too.
being here for me.
Yes,
Thanks
thank you
for
for
hopping
being here
on
for
this.
me.
Thanks for
You know
starting
what?
this.
That's another high. It's just how much closer we became this year.
Mm-hmm. That's true
I think
too.
we really needed it,
And the
both of us.
podcast, you
And the
getting out of your
podcast.
skin.
Yeah,
So,
I'm
oh crap,
trying.
we're cutting down on
Oh
time, but
yeah.
thank you very much, guys. We love you guys. We hope you have a happy new
Love you
year.
guys.
Be safe and stay
Oh,
seguro.
definitely. Please be safe. Yeah. Because I think New Year's is the one that has like the craziest drivers. So you guys, Uber it, get a DD, but don't risk it.
Yeah. Well,
Mm.
guys, we'll